In this video, I will provide you with a couple of reasons why your first step or the first riser is a little higher than the rest of the risers on the stairway. And of course, I will be referring to stairs that are conventionally framed with stringers and possibly even some treated lumber that could be used to attach it to the floor. So we're going to take a look at how the stairs should be framed correctly. And the biggest mistake that most do-it-yourselfers make when you run into this problem is forgetting to deduct off the stringer, off the bottom of the stringer, for any additional materials. And that would include a 2x4 treated that would be providing some type of a barrier to prevent the wood from rotting, and of course to help you attach it to the stringers to the concrete. So here we have a 7.5-inch rise. All of the rest of the notches cut out of the stringer are going to give us a 7.5-inch rise. On a stairway that is done correctly, you will deduct for the width of the stair tread and any additional materials that you will be using in this area. So let's break out our trusty calculator, and we have a 7.5 total rise on each one of the steps, but on the bottom we are going to have to deduct 1.5 inches and 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to subtract 0.75. This is the height of the tread, or the depth width of this or OSB or plywood, whatever we're using for our stair tread. 6.75 plus I need to deduct for the treated lumber, which will be another 1.5 inches for 5.25 inches. So this is what it usually looks like when it's done correctly. You're going to have all of the risers are going to be the same size all the way up the stairway. Now for our first example, for when the riser is a little taller, 9 inches instead of 7.5 inches, the individual just wouldn't have deducted the 2x4s, just the thickness of the tread. Again, this is a common mistake. I've seen this made a lot. So here we have 6 3/4 of an inch, and we need it to be 1.5 inches shorter. And of course, here's what it would look like if nothing was deducted. We have a 7.5-inch riser, and then it goes down to 7.5 inches. We almost have a 10-inch riser, and this is because the bottom is going to be at an angle. It's not going to be level. So you're going to have a gap in the front. So it'll be tight on the back piece or tight on the floor. If this sits directly on the floor, it's going to be tight, but there's going to be a gap in the front, and that gap, of course, will make the front even larger. If we did the math and we subtracted for the all of the stuff and everything was level, then this would be 9 3/4 inches. And let's just double check that. Bring out the calculator. 7.5 plus, or 1.5 plus 0.75 equals 9 3/4 inches. So this right here, if it was level and it wasn't at an angle, then this would be 9 3/4 of an inch. And here you can see we're 3/16, almost 1/4 of an inch taller. And of course, each one of these steps is going to be a little out of whack because of you forgot to deduct for the bottom of the, deduct off of the bottom of the stringer for any materials that you are going to use in this area, the tread and the 2x4. So if this is going to sit right on top of a floor, maybe you're building a stairway for a deck, and it's going to go from one section of the deck up to another section of the deck, then you're just going to deduct for the thickness of the stair tread. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope you learned something here, because this mistake right here, I have seen it made quite often, and I've actually seen people come in and try to fix it and even do a worse job fixing it with the stairway. So lay out all your stringers, build it right the first time. And if for whatever reason this isn't really making sense, you're not wrapping your mind around this, I would definitely recommend checking out some of our other videos. Go to the website and also check out some of our books on stair building. If you're going to build a straight set of stairs, get the book, How to Build and Frame Straight Stairs, Landing Stairs, Winder Stairs, Circular Stairs. Quite a few different books. And again, you might, if all you need is a little bit more information, you might be able to find it at the website. The books definitely for do-it-yourselfers, and I hate to say it, even people that want to learn more about stair building, they're in the business. They are set up to provide you with step-by-step instructions and take a lot of the guesswork out. I've seen a lot of information on the internet that for whatever reason just seems to be missing a few key components, a few steps that really seem to make all the difference in the world for learning how to build your own stair. So again, check out some of our books, check out the website, some more videos, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button.